Morning. Morning, stinky cheese. Hello. How are you doing, bro? Like going fine. Nah, I remember Quantum. Hmm? How you doing? I actually remember that name, 76er Side 3, and actually I asked you why was that your name. You told me you don't remember, so... So I believe I remember Haverok. I actually have a Hunter as well. Right. I've never tried Beach though. I go Conjurer. We'll try the metamorph. Actually, I think with these tags and these talents, I think you can go metamorph.
Oh, hello, papagena. Tu le bella con la papaya.
Hoping for the best. Thank you for follow. Welcome. Guess I want to try that either fighter or a knight. But I'll try the fighter. Alright, so my abilities change due to my... okay. This doesn't change, this doesn't change, okay. Alright.
It all happened like I knew.
You won't like it, that point. It's not competitive. Coaches might like this. Turn-based RPG.
And like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
Queen V. You mean Sugi? Queen V? I think it's Quantum looking for you.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now, no need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Yes, please.
The things I do to complete a contract.
Alright, so what works just as every RPG, it highlights my
Nice
items.
haircut, Smiley.
Alright, 1 second to go full screen. Now the basic camera control. Alright, so we are like in shackles. Okay, good to know. We got like Molotov, healing pod, red scroll, backpack. Is it open? Yes, it opens.
As soon as we get to Fort Joy, it'll be time to have words with this Boris fellow.
So this actually looks bad, right? So whatever I wanna sell, I'm gonna put it here. Will be the selling back. Okay, let me change my controls for 1 second. There we go. Okay. Journal is probably J, no L. Okay, go to the upper deck. Find someone to remove your source color. Find Magister Boris. I don't think we need to read those. Alright. So I'm a bit of a hoarder, so I'm gonna take everything I can for the moment. I think there is like a weight limit. 110 kilos.
Why, you're looking... There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Did the murderer take him into this room?
Alright, so you pull at the thing around your neck, feel in demand, and know why she collared you. But no. Yeah, let's go with the outlaw.
You have the gall to call my laboratory a dungeon? I'd be quite annoyed with you if you didn't look so honestly perplexed.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those Source spells of yours? See what happens.
That can't be natural.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result. There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast Source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Okay, that's a map. Right, thank you. That's a hatch where we came from.
No lesion.
That's our goal. Question mark. Yeah. Okay. So this is like stealing, right? Right? Can actually read it, not take it. Alright.
Bloody murder. Looks like someone's hit the Hall of Echoes a little early.
So if I close the door, is there like a crouching mechanism? Oh wow, alright. I become a barrel.
Nothing
Junk.
really.
Let's put that behind it. Did we? Yeah, this one.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
Right, I'm going to inform her that she wasn't this man's protector, she was his cat.
Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source. We'll find out who did this. Speaking of,
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
Shrug and say, maybe you can, you are a sorcerer after all. Tell her that that's a trick you haven't quite mastered. Ask if she's investigating her fellow magister as well. None of them will have easily done this. Guess I'll go with the third.
Finn was killed by Source. If a Magister could do that, there wouldn't be a Magister.
Alright.
It looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. And the rest, well, you see the evidence in front of you. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Alright, nothing say you'll let her know if you hear anything interesting. I could go for the mercenary point, right?
Not in here, it isn't.
Oh,
You
wait.
let me know if you hear anything.
So now I can't quite steal it? Oh, it actually shows me where I will be seen. Alright. Elves can glimpse to experience the memories of the person, so okay. Probably I'm human, right?
Yes, this is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write to headquarters right away.
But it doesn't say, or I can't find it, although I think I'm probably 90% human, right? Yep.
Did the murderer take him into this room? Or was he already here?
Right. Books that I've read are going to the cell 5. Right, that's an ingredient. Okay. That's probably for selling. This I need an elf. Probably a quest item.
No marks, no indications of a struggle.
Whoa, did I just pick up all the rope? Okay,
Yes, this is a rare...
let's find out what it does.
I'll need to write to headquarters
The hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
Right. So the only way is the highway. Better. Okay, nice to know. It's like for healing, like resting place. Nice. Another bedroom.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
Alright. Whose fate is she
Don't
deciding?
worry. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
Well, I guess I'm going with this one, right?
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too.
So, can I give her the limp?
I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
Why not?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, it seems you and another elf engaged in an action somewhat similar to the one I just performed. Only
Alright.
rather more vigorously.
Do you go for the shy or for the proud? Okay,
Of
go with
course
the
it
proud.
is. The truth's right there, skin deep. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
You just get the stitches, right?
Can we just skip to the part where I
The woman
reassure
keeps
you?
rolling her dice.
So this bedroll is probably here.
Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
The Magister starts, recognition growing on his face as he looks right at you.
Alright, I might press trade.
Long enough for me to listen.
Okay. So I can sell him things.
How dare you classify
With
this
his
stock
coins?
as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty.
Oh.
Turnips and water are all I was given.
It was actually better to keep my things that I want.
I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't
On
intend
me,
to do
I
away
put the things that I need inside the bag.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe there's
You look just like...
The Magister's face turns white. He makes a move to step backwards, then stops himself as his hand closes on the weapon at his hip.
It is you. Ifan Ben Mesd. I remember you. You were my captain's commander way back in the war.
Well, I like telling the truth, so...
The Magister's eyes darken. His face closes over into a cold mask.
I always knew you'd end up down low. Lower even than us nobodies in the rank and file. The higher the climb, the louder the splat when you fall. In Fort Joy, you're about to fall further than you thought possible. And I'll be listening for the splat. Happy landings.
Alright, so... we're gonna remove everything
One of us will kill our own.
with this backpack.
Picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
We could make this backpack like ingredient pack. It's for selling.
Surely.
This I don't know yet.
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Good find.
So do I open the door? Probably, yeah. Greasy door. Right, before I continue there, I wanna check what's going on here.
Coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else.
Junk.
Yeah, junk sells junk.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
So I'll start with speaking with the beast.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
Boy. I think this is God of War.
He turns his head toward you, looking you up and down, and smiles before turning his attention to the ship once more.
You look like a boy to me. Listen if you're interested, or get gone if you aren't.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't
Right, we'll listen to what he says.
Ship, of course.
Right.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
I'm gonna go with the sea sounds angry.
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger, it's...
He cocks his ear to the other side, then smiles.
Anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate. That's all you hear, though. Listen close.
Alright, let's ask him what exactly we're supposed to be listening
Got
for.
ears on your head, haven't you? Do you need me to show you how to use them?
Alright. Alright.
There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
Alright, let's ask what it's supposed to be.
It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east.
Okay.
Burn my beard. That means if we've been traveling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more advertising.
No, indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
And I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well, there has been
All right.
murder.
He
Going with
continues
the
stroking
escape
his
plan.
beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
Don't you get saucy with me. You clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
You one of them? A Divine Order loyal? They killed a sorcerer, you know. They'll hide the evidence well enough, but make no mistake.
I forgot how to sing. I did.
If you'll be
Haven't
pardoning me, I'll
shown
be
this
much
guy.
obliged.
I can't. This is the Red Prince, this is Namia.
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
I'm inspecting
course.
your teeth, in case that wasn't spectacularly obvious. There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
Mad and sufferable, surely.
Alright, if I actually tell him that I'm the wizard in the kitchen, a true chef, do I get to cook? Alright, I'll pick the second one, just in case he teaches us how to cook.
Oh, goodness, no. And don't even mention the demon's testes that are turnips. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
Well, that's a no.
Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. I shouldn't be getting my hopes up. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm
Okay, have you
after.
the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? What does it mean?
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
Oh. Okay, I can understand what he has from the answers, but... Alright, we'll go with the
Just
second
as
one
I
as well.
thought. That explains what's besieging my nostrils. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you have the taste buds of a dung beetle, the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit, and your personal hygiene reminds one of a carcass rotting in the sun.
Sounds just about
That
it.
won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave.
Oh,
Ever so sorry.
that was the interview about being slave? Alright.
I know, but you just don't have what it takes. A good slave's made of sterner stuff, I'm afraid. Still, hone your skills, and one day you may just qualify for a position in a lesser household than mine. You keep dreaming, you hear?
Yeah, dream big. Alright.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Name?
Name? Let's go with the trade
I
button.
reassure you, and you shut up.
You think me mad?
Mad? No. Insufferable?
Oh, that's actually pretty nice. If I actually get back there,
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet.
I'll sell
long
much
enough
more,
for me
right?
To listen.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
Well, you aren't here on my list. Scram, eh? We're trying to catch a killer here.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Finer fare than boiled roots and rotten tubers, too.
what is it with dragonoids and slaves?
Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall. The indignity.
It was one of them. I know it.
Alright, so nothing to trade as well.
I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care
That's a
about
selling
us. We're
thing.
like cattle to them.
Okay.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out and takes your hand, turning it this way and that, examining it from every angle. Finally, he pinches your skin, gently tugging at it.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
Yeah, I don't like the final answer. We'll ask about the book. Nah, let's ask him what
I
he's
am
thinking.
reading. Is this not evident? My book is in my hands, my face turned away from you. Perhaps my eyes not on the page. Damnable things.
He grabs a metal plate and watches his reflection with one eye as the other shifts left to right and up to down. He repeats the maneuver with the opposite eye.
No, they are working quite adequately. It seems you are at fault. Predictable, really. Ah, yes. The niceties. My name is Fane. I am a scholar from... well, I am a seeker of knowledge. That is enough. It is pleasurable to meet you.
Well, let's find out what he's seeking.
Is there? Wherever do you keep it? Certainly not in your books. I have been reading this one for several minutes, and I have yet to find a single insight into the mysteries of the universe. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
Oh, okay.
Classify this slop as food. I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else.
We should go with the fun, right? Personal story.
Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your books are too full of it already. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
When you clearly don't know the first thing about swords.
The elf's face freezes for just a second before he waves his hand dismissively.
Oh, it's just one of my idle curiosities. We mortals do like to consider these things, do we not? Now, please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
Do I insist? But I'll go
No amount
insist.
of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his book or respond to your questions.
Oh well. I'm tired of him anyway.
Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I wasn't doing anything. I swear.
Seriously, he's got a fire outfit? Okay.
You look like my daddy. His name is Frida. He's waiting for me at home.
These kids have actually interesting things on them.
Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer. I'm better though. Listen. La 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 la.
Ah, there you are. Husband.
Husband?
Could you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
It was one of them. I know it.
Alright, let's play along.
How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You presume right.
Yeah, let's look for the murder.
Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
She's possessed or something?
Good luck, Chief.
Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than
So I guess we're done with speaking to everyone here.
Don't you get saucy with me.
It's a register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far? Glad to hear it. You head on in now. Williams will get you shorted fast.
Guess I wanna go this way first.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen
Can
more
I actually take
appetizing
this?
things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else I can make, Your
So much
Majesty.
junk.
Turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, we're actually learning recipes. That's nice. Restoration scroll. Restore vitality of attacked character. Restoration also cures poison bleeding. Alright. Wow, so many things to take. Wow.
Boring.
Guess I'm gonna sell that as well.
Rubbish.
Oh, actually find a weapon.
Junk.
Junk. Actually find a weapon though.
What on earth is the matter? Murder most foul. I strongly suspect you know all about it. Do you? Well, perhaps you're absolutely right.
I'll give you that knuckle.
Alright, now we can enter the room.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one. You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter? Murder was foul, but I strongly suspect you know all about it. Do you? Well, perhaps you're absolutely right.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable.
Okay, do I steal everything? I guess I do, right? It's not even stealing.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
Don't you get saucy with me.
Junk. Rubbish.
Oh, I can actually take the plates. I just scooped the whole table.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella? Yes, I did. But of course that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God! The woman's mad! You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan! We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Well, you actually compare the three of them versus here. She's a level 5, right? She's not level 1s. So I can go with being with her.
No, I'm afraid I always perform my part solo. Do stay and watch, though, because
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
But oh.
happened.
Wow, 3 people, 2 both. Can I open this? Empty anyway. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Alright, let's go to comparison. Let's see what we have here. That's 100 sword, that's a dagger. Okay, this is with finesse, alright, but if I remember correctly, humans don't have finesse. There we go. Technically, it's better if we just take the longsword. Question, can I do dual wielding? Yes, I can. Okay, nice. Actually, I think I can go with the shield. Just to get this one, the skill shields up. Oops. Alright, so the whole ship went haywire, so I could check everyone. Much better. What was it, tooth?
The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She's breathing normally, but her eyes are wide open, like those of a corpse. She doesn't stir.
Alright, so I'm guessing I can't wake up anyone. Let's try this one as well.
What happened? Water? Wine, for goodness sake.
The lizard's eyes close as he slips into unconsciousness.
And he's back. Alright.
The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and tangled around him. He is stock still. You can't see if he's living or dead. You shake the lizard by the...
Alright, now I can go and check that booth I was seeing before. The pork chop is nice. Yeah, I'm gathering so much junk.
The Magister lies on the floor.
You can actually kill her. I get more XP. I guess I might screw up the storyline or something, so... Not a lot to go on.
God damn it. Need to get off this wreck. Quick.
I'm gonna take my time and actually rob off everything I can.
Oh, damn. That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
Not now. That's one way to go. So okay. So I need a guy to have pet power. Good to know.
Not before this thing snaps into splinters.
Special arrows. Okay, as soon as I find a guy that plays archer. Oh.
Pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No, no, no! What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid! No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
I know your god did not gift you with much, but kindly use the little you were given. Do you look at me and think, why yes, there is someone with organs enough to drown? Trifling matters like water and poison do not concern me. No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Once this glorified skiff hits the sea floor, I will simply walk to shore. Whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over. I believe you did, although I was wearing the face of an elf at the time. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little scene. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands.
Well...
Indeed. Just as sensible as getting off a sinking ship and leaving a fellow to his business. I would say good day, but it seems quite likely that you're about to die a rather terrible death, so...
The skeleton shrugs casually and returns to his book.
So, skeleton is like zero fuck scheming.
Great God, something's pounding on the hull!
Actually, selling quite good. So either I go up or I destroy... Oh, did I check this one?
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You recognize the symbol immediately for what it is. A warning of death fog within. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply grey. The color drains from your hand, and you are left numb. It doesn't budge. The door groans open, but an ashen shadow clouds your mind.
So this is the death fort. Okay, that's nice. Oh, for boots. Yeah.
Deathlock! I need to get out of here now!
Yeah, chill, dude. I guess I got handle to him. Animal height. Alright. Okay, so I'm done with this room as well. Yeah. Because now we can go and open the door here. So how do I attack? With control, I guess. Yeah.
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand towards his blade.
Another sorcerer!
The Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen in place at the sight of you.
Alright.
Even if I knew how to rip that thing off, I wouldn't. Some crazy banshee comes screaming through, and now we got void bugs swarming up top. Sorcerer mutiny!
He whispers loudly to the other Magister.
Don't just cower there, Rix. Take out your blade.
Rix grabs his sword, which shakes in the rhythm of his trembling hand.
Alright, so we can do strength, persuasion, intelligence, or wits. So the fact that we have all three, that means I can use only one. Because I'm human, I go with strength. It's like 11, right? Actually, 0 needed to. Okay, so different factors. Okay.
Then back to you, and unsheath their blades with a metallic zing.
Your lies end here. Get him!
Yeah, okay. So Firestone. Oh, we can go up to. Alright. As I start hitting. Alright, so I'll spend 2 action points for each attack. Yeah, I don't think I can beat those. Like, no chance. So, if I come here, do they get like an attack of opportunity? No. So I can heal up to 30, I'll be full HP? Yeah. I spent 2 action points, I guess. 1 action point, okay. So this does... Alright, let's test this one. Damage blocked by physical. Alright, so it needs to be like true damage to do something, okay. hit me twice for like, I was 34, I'm like 7 damage. Sciabilezza. Stained pants. Well, they're actually better than what I have now, so. But you want to change my controls again. I can actually use WASD. Don't know why I didn't check that one sooner. Otherwise, want. But actually I took that painting as well. Alright, let's see this painting. How much is it worth? 0. That's 150 kilos. Okay. How about no then?
And you thought Rivellon was flat?
Alright, now I guess we can go up. Where was the staircase? So I should just like wait for them. Continue. So if I could come here, they would be working the poison, right? The next turn, I can run back and create a fire. In that surface. Oh, you didn't have another Molotov? No, I didn't. Guess I'm gonna use the bow. Probably I can, right? Usually I have 2 sets. I'll just run as back as possible. So does this give me extra armor? I guess. I've got 10. And up to 10. Okay, nice. That's poison, but whoa, don't go through the poison. That sucks. So now I can just stumble. Alright, so this is like a bouncing thing. Okay, that was good. If I come here, there's no way that he can reach me. Okay, nice. There's no way I can kill him. And store my shields. So, in 2 times he already did, right? Can I do that? Is it because I'm high ground? With fire. Okay. So I guess I need to... Guess I need to put the fire. I think it's too far. Huh. Okay. Just gonna use it one Pedro. Alright, so where do we need to go? I guess here? Oh, there's a boat.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there. We need...
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Yeah, I guess I could go and look for survivors. Yeah, shouldn't be calling names.
Thank you! There's a ladder right over there.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear? Had to open your big mouth, didn't you?
I'm gonna try and save the dwarf, the dragon, and what's the other?
Get yourself off the ladder. There's a... Wait!
Alright.
Voidwoken!
Guess I can come here. Standard to... How many? There are like 3, 4... Actually, it's standard both of them. Yeah. And I could take position up here so that this guy doesn't reach me.
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
Let the games begin.
I'll yield to none! They who are about to triumph.
I thought Voidwoken was supposed to be scary.
I guess my, I don't know, initiative, intuition, something like that, it's like too low. These ups actually stun these guys and they're up and they're playing. Do I get to play? Oh, I guess I do on the next one.
We make a pretty good team.
There's that. Raw lambing giblets. Okay. I guess there is nothing else here. Alright. Guess I'm going up, since they all 3 of them went up. Oops. Alright, it's the Magister. Actually, I forgot about him. Yeah, I could not go there.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan